Hey, what's up, everybody? Day 16 of my weight loss journey. Was a good day today. It's. I mean, I always open that up with yeah, it's a good day today, and it really was. It's few and far between that you'll see a meltdown video like I can't remember, what was that day 5 or something like that. But as this progresses, I'm feeling better and better about myself, and feeling more positive. Um, yeah, so it's been a good thing so far. I haven't really, hit any lows. I will touch on a couple of things maybe later on that I was a little frustrated at, but um, but Jane set me straight on a couple of things. So anyways, let's go fire off into it. My food intake today was really good, actually. It's probably where I should be. And as far as the frequency as at how I was eating. So breakfast again was shake, but I added a banana to it, so that added some calories there. Um, Snack was my mid-morning snack or whatever. So that was, I had a bowl of cream of wheat oatmeal, and that tided me over pretty well until lunchtime. And of course, I'm drinking water the entire time this is going on. So for lunch, I had a chicken breast and some broccoli, and I finished off the tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes that I have. So I have to get some more of those. Um, for the snack in between lunch and dinner, I had apples and almonds, which was again really good. Full of fiber and it served well to tide me over until dinner time, which is again, the frequency of these are probably 2 to 3 hours apart from each other. So every 2 or 3 hours I'm eating or putting something in my mouth. So um, and yeah, so dinner time was and I posted it on Facebook, but it was a Genio turkey burger, just the burger itself, no bread, nothing on it. But I did have some. I dashed it with some Mrs. Dash or whatever, just to give it a little bit of flavor. But it was great. It tasted really good. Had a side of Brussels sprouts, and also had a yam or a sweet potato cut in half lengthwise. Um, Again, pretty easy to put all that together. It didn't take too much effort. I think the hardest part was probably cooking the sweet potato in the microwave. But again, everything was either prepared but in a microwave or on the George Foreman. And the George Foreman's been a godsend, just with the fish, and with now the turkey burgers and stuff. And I just wanted to try something different for protein for dinner, instead of the chicken or fish. Just something, again, to break the monotony, and so I don't get bored with it. But that's the only reason why I did that. And again, it tasted great. I'm sure if I really took the time to do something with it, I could probably put some Worcestershire on it, or that type of thing, to give it some flavor. But that'll be next time. One, I have to get the Worcestershire. So, but yeah, all I had on hand was Mrs. Dash, and I used it, and it worked just fine. And again, it was just good to have something else besides chicken or fish, for a change. Um, and so all that together, I probably was right around, and I don't have my numbers right in front of me, but I was probably right around 1,300 calories today, which is really good. Again, water intake, same old, same old. It's about 3 liters a day, and it was three liters today, probably. Um, might be more than that just before I go to bed, because I'll probably throw down another half a liter before I go to bed. So I'll probably be right at a gallon for today. Actively or active wise, I did a 20-minute brisk walk outside, and that was good. And again, I try to better my time each time or whatever, my pace time. I try to beat that each time that I'm out, just to, I don't know, just to give myself a challenge, I guess, or whatever. Then I did some incline push-ups, which I was already sore from yesterday. My pecs they're killing me, but and my shoulders. But I still wanted to get some incline push-ups in just to keep going. And I've been stretching all day to try to get it loosened up and whatnot. But it's tight. I haven't used these muscles in forever. And Jane wants me to do five sets of 10, so 50 push-ups or whatever. I got probably halfway through the third set, and my right pec just locked up on me, and it hurt like hell. But so I stopped there, and tried to stretch it out and whatnot. So it still hurts a little bit. It's just been overworked, and but that's not going to stop me. And that ties into what I was talking about earlier, where I got a little frustrated. I used to be an athlete. I used to be a gym rat. All that stuff. I used to throw up 300 pounds on a weight bench, on a bench press, like it was nothing. And now I can't even do a regular push-up. I have to do these incline push-ups first. And so in my head, that it's just frustrating to be where I'm at and to feel that I'm still that I've gotten as weak as I have. But again, Jane set me straight and told me that in no certain terms that she really doesn't care where I came from. It's about where I'm going, and that's true. And that I have to write my own history now. That whatever happened in the past happened in the past, and that was old me. So I'm building a new me. And that's just the way it is. And so I have to start from scratch. That's what I'm doing. And but I'll get there again. And so I'm okay with that now. So again, it was just a little frustrating for just a smidge, just because it just got me a little down. But I'm back up. I'm okay. I'm good to go. I'm not frustrated. I'm not going to quit. Never going to quit. I'm too far invested into this now, just with myself, but of course with Jane and Fit by Design and everybody that's helped me along the way, and all the support that you guys have given me. Would just not be fair for me to quit and that type of thing. Who use me as motivation or as inspiration. How inspiring would that be if I were to quit and just stop? So don't expect that from me. That's not going to happen. That's my message, text message or whatever. Anyways, yeah. So don't expect me to quit. I won't do that. I'm again too far invested in this, and that's just this is my life now. Everything that I read off to you, my meals, my workouts, all that stuff, that's part of my life now. It wasn't for the longest time, and it wasn't because I wasn't serious about it, because I guess I didn't want it enough. And I do want it. I want it bad. And I say that in every video because I want you guys to understand that that's what it will take for you guys who want to do this journey. It's not a matter, I mean, you can say all day long that you want it, but how bad do you want it? And that's just what it comes down to. I'm sorry, there's no other explanation for it. We all want to lose weight, but what are you willing to do it? What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice your fast foods? Are you willing to sacrifice your favorite foods, or your favorite TV shows, or that type of thing? What are you willing to give up? Because if you're not willing to give it all up and sacrifice it all for yourself, then you're not ready. Then you're not gonna do it. That's just the plain and simple. You're gonna stop and you're gonna quit. And I'm sorry, but you know, I've been down that road way too many times, and I know why I've failed, and I know why I'm going to succeed. So it's the same thing, you know, with smoking. I smoked for 18 years, smoked cigarettes for 18. I was a serious smoker. I was a pack a day, easy. And it's the first thing I reached for in the morning, last thing I reached for at night, just before I went to bed. And you know, I'd be in the clubs or you know whatever, smoking like nothing, you know. And it wasn't until I got motivation from my nephew Drew, who I still attribute to saving my life because of that. That you know we had a deal together. For you guys who don't know the story, and I know this is probably going to make this run late or later or longer, but Drew was having trouble at school every single day. He was getting in trouble. We were getting notes sent home every day from school. You know, Drew's done this. He's been in trouble. He's talking out in class. He's punching somebody. You know, whatever. And you know, we were getting really tired of it. And of course, you know, at school they educate him about smoking and whatnot. So he was on me about smoking. It was his third grade. He was in third grade at the time. And so, you know, he was on me constantly about smoking, you know, about stopping. So, you know what I told him? I said, you know what, if you can be good for an entire month at school, I'll quit. I'll cut him out, you know. And not thinking he'd be able to pull it off, of course. Well, you know, 3 weeks rolls around and he comes up to me and says, hey, I've been good for 3 weeks. And I was like, shit, you know. And so I said, okay, well, that's great. I said, if you do it, you know, if you're good for another week, I'll hold up my end of the bargain. And so he messed up that Monday. He came home and he was crying because he felt like he let me down and that, you know, he wasn't able to hold up his end of the bargain. And so I told him, I said, no, you know what, that's okay. I said, if you finish out the rest of the week, good. No reports or anything like that. I'll hold up my end of the bargain. You know, because a part of me wanted to get rid of him anyways. I was done really with smoking. Although I do kind of miss it, you know, but only in certain situations. But at the time, I think I was ready to let him go anyways. That's why I was so willing to, you know, to still own up to the deal. And so he finished out that week really good. And then that weekend we were going to go camping, and we went out camping, and I had like 2 or 3 cigarettes left in my pack as we were out at the campsite. And so I knew by the middle of that weekend I was going to be out, and I was going to be in the middle of nowhere with no way to get cigarettes or whatever. So it was a good point for me to judge if I could take that or not. And it really didn't matter to me if I could or not, because I had made a promise to Drew. That was my motivation, is I had made a promise to him and I wasn't going to break it. And so that's why I haven't smoked since 2006. So what is that? 8 years. 8 years I haven't smoked and haven't picked one up. Now I smoke an occasional cigar, but I don't think that's the same. And it's not. I don't do it every day. In fact, probably the last time I smoked a cigar was I can't even tell you. Probably 6 months ago. So I'm not a serious cigar smoker. I'm not in it. I haven't touched a cigarette. Again, for a while, of course, I was tempted, and that was hard, you know. But after a while, you don't think about it anymore. You don't crave it. You don't any of that. And I did. I quit cold turkey. It wasn't a stage or a program or I didn't do Nicorette. I didn't do the patch and all that shit. I did it cold turkey because I made a promise. And my point is with anything, you have to find your motivation, and you have to buy all in. You have to be all in it. There's no halfway. It's the same way with building a business or whatever. There's no halfway to do it. You either do it or you don't. The ones that succeed are the ones that buy all in, and I'm all in. I'm all in with this journey. I'm not going to quit. Do I want to stray every once in a while? Of course I do. Do I want a chocolate something every so often? Yeah, I do. I mean, do I want some fast food. Do I want a burrito every once in a while, or even a hot dog or something like that? Well, yeah, of course. But again, I'm just really kind of starting this journey. If I look in the whole scope of things, this is just the beginning. So my hope is, and I know it's not really a hope. I know what's going to happen is in the future. It's the same thing with smoking. I'm not even going to want those things because this is my life now. My life now is not smoking. So I know it, and I see the people who smoke and everything else, and I don't judge them because I was there before, and you do what you do, and but I kind of feel sorry that they can't stop, that they don't know what it feels like to be emancipated from that cigarette. And I know it's the same thing with losing weight. They try and they try and try, and they'll go through all kinds of different things to try to quit. But it isn't until you find that motivation. And so when I tell you that how bad do you really want it? How bad do you really want to lose weight? How bad do you want to change your life? And what are you willing to do to sacrifice? And what pains are you willing to go through to make that succeed, to make it happen? I'm going through pains right now with, physically with hurting and everything, but that's not going to make me stop, because again, I'm all in. I'm going to do this. And, what's my motivation? My motivation is I don't want to die early. I hear too many stories of people close to my age, man, they're dying of heart attacks and just diseases and sicknesses, and I'm going to try my best not to get to do any of that. I want to be here. I know that some of that's God's call. We're gonna get taken, regardless what time we want to or not, or what kind of mental or physical state we're in. But I also believe that God helps those who helps themselves. I'm not really a spiritual guy, but that's hey, that's what the word says, right? Sorry. So yeah, that's my story in a nutshell, with the smoking and everything, and my motivation. And so I know I get a little long-winded with these, but I just want to get my point across to you guys. And again, if it helps to motivate and helps to push you guys, and maybe to flick a switch in your head and say, oh, you know what, that's true, then I've done my job. And I'd love to hear feedback from you guys. If you guys comment on my videos, or comment on my page, or anything, that's great comments, except for Gray and Preston. I really don't care what you guys have to say. Anyways, I'm kidding. There's a couple of guys that mess with me on my Facebook page whenever I'm trying to do something healthy, but it's all good. They're my brothers from school. So anyways, I guess that's it. So tomorrow's the same old routine, because again, this is my life, this is my habit, and that's what I'm going to do now from here on out. So continue to watch the videos. Please subscribe. If again, pass the word on to friends or family or whatever that might need help. Again, kick another shout out to Fit by Design in Coppell, Jane and her staff. Again, I can't tell you anymore. If you guys are there, nothing beats being at at Fit by Design or a place like that, because it's not like the big box places, where you can feel intimidated. These people, Jane and her staff, April and everybody else, Will and Michael and Stacy and all them, they care about you. It's one-on-one, and it's a smaller place where they can concentrate and focus on you. Even if she's working with somebody else at the same time as me, I'm getting just as much attention as the other person, and I'm being checked on, and she's firing me up, telling me to keep pushing, and nothing beats that kind of one-on-one. I'm telling you right now. So if you're in Coppell or in the surrounding areas, that's where you need to be. You need to be at Fit by Design, because I'm telling you, she's awesome. She's really awesome. Again, I get messages from her all day long, get text messages and asking me how I'm doing. And I can hit her up at any time. You know, if I'm questioning a food or something like that, she's available. She's available to me, and she answers like immediately. So again, you're not going to get that from these big box places. You know, you're not going to get that because 9 times out of 10, you join those big clubs, and you're flying by the seat of your pants. You think you have a plan, but you don't have a plan. You have no clue. I used to be that guy. I'd go into those big clubs and thought, oh, you know, I'm doing chest and tries and back today, you know. But it's not the same when you've got a trainer sitting right there, and she's not yelling at me, you know. She's just telling me. She's motivating me, telling me to do it, you know, and to push. And sometimes it takes that, you know, because sometimes some of us are not that strong to do it on our own. So if you can find some help, like a personal trainer like Jane and April and all those guys, take advantage of it because it's awesome. It really doesn't cost that much, you know. Give her. I always put the link to her website in my description. So, you know, please, you know, hit her up, call her. I'd be more than happy to give her phone number out, but I don't think I'll do it right now unless she's given me permission to do that. But yeah, you can find all her info on the website. You can see what it's about. You can see what they're all about. You can see her staff and learn about them and whatnot. And again, I can't speak more enough, and I'll continue to talk about them. So if you get tired of me talking about them, I'm sorry, but that's they're helping me. They're helping me in this journey, and I owe them a lot. So with that said, I guess that's it. Sorry, this one really ran long. It's almost 22 minutes now. So anyways, I love all you guys. Keep watching, and can't stop, won't stop. Peace.